Hello, everyone.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
This is the last stream of the year.
Last stream of the year, but not last stream
Oh,
in general.
last stream of us of the year, this year.
Yes, yes.
Next stream, I'm gonna be way east, and you're gonna be way, whatever, across the city.
Yeah, I'll just be in the same city, just further
Okay.
away from here.
Instead
East.
of us, you will have this guy performing.
Yeah, hypnotizing you. Obey our orders. It's the hypnotic Moomin. You'll have the
It's a
hypnotic
Moomin. One of them is the Moomin girl, and one of them is the Moomin boy, by the way.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
No, Nikita and Andrey will be with you next week. And for our last stream of this year, first of all, we want to say it's been a fun time. We learned so much from getting our shit together to present every week and trying to get organized, trying to someone move this thing, shit.
It's Nikita.
Oh my god, who did that? Anyway, if you could explain what we're gonna talk today, and I'm gonna try to fix this.
So today, well, basically, this whole week there was this general huge discussion about poisons and about damage in general, right? How your character basically gets damaged through poisoning, through wounds, and through diseases, right? So how are these things similar, and how are these things different, basically? So our general idea was to make sure that these things are kind of different from each other. They're not basically a copy of each other with a different name, right? So we had these super long discussions, these super informative boards that Sergei is trying to fix right now. Whoever did this, they just need to just undo what they did.
I don't know who did that. Anyway.
So anyways,
Keep going. So
yeah, I don't know what else has changed in the game. You had these super long discussions. I was drawing. Okay, what I was doing, I'm drawing event illustrations right now. So this week you will definitely see the trap illustration. We had a lot of discussions about how the trap should look like, and maybe in the future we'll have more versions of traps. But for this update, it'll be a poisonous trap with darts and such. So yeah, hopefully I'll finish it soon, and you'll be able to see it in this week's update. And other events I was working on was weather events such as storm and cold winds, and also landslide. So yeah, all this fun stuff, which is basically just basic stuff. But I was going through the game and just looking at the events that were the most common, right? The events that you see very first as you go through the campaign. So yeah, that was... You actually fixed this.
Yes, it was a problem with the real-time board. It was not something that someone did.
Just
it was just a rendering problem. Yeah, anyway,
okay.
Today we're gonna talk about diseases, poisons, and injuries as we continue to streamline different mechanics in the game, and we keep hitting things that are hard to explain in the user interface. And our solution is not to do a better explanation, but to redo the mechanic so that it doesn't need a complicated explanation on how things work. There's a comment that someone found the operation of the game a little cumbersome. I'm not sure what cumbersome means in this context.
It's difficult to understand.
Is it like understanding or the speed of the game? This is what we're focused on for the last months. It's been a month since we released in limited early access.
Was it?
Yes, we did survive a month and 4 days.
Time sure flies.
And this is something that we're currently doing. Is we go system by system and we look at the systems that have the biggest impact, and we're fixing things and changing things until they become more intuitive, as the concept of the game is that simple events combine in funny stories.
Okay.
As opposed to complicated things that require micro time management, and you're good at that. This is not what our game is about. So again, our approach is not to fix small stuff, but to fix the underlying mechanics. And we started yesterday or 2 days ago, I think, with poisons. And as we started trying to implement poisons, we understood that the concept is that the problem is with the concept, not so much as with the implementation. So we reworked the concept and finally nailed it today. So I'm going to show you some details now.
Yeah, a fun board.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we have here.
I think you can zoom in.
I would like to zoom in. The operation is a bit different from my PC. Yep.
There we go.
So we have injuries, poisons, and diseases.
Yeah.
All of them can be caused by combat and events. A poisonous creature could bite you during combat. You can also have an event where you receive poisoning, let's say a trap.
Yeah.
You can get disease from an event like cold winds, where you sleep on the ground. You can also get disease from a creature.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have mosquitoes in Run. What am I saying? We have
locusts or something. But you can also get a disease from moral. You can get a disease from non-humans, basically. And finally, injuries. You can get injuries during events. When, let's say, there is a landslide. You can get also injuries during combat very easily. Now, all of these three things, they all require healing.
Yeah.
You cannot just wait them out until they disappear. No. Now, can you only use substances and nothing else to cure yourself? Not in the case of injuries, not in the case of diseases. You need to go to the hospital and have a doctor attend to you. In the case of poisons, yes, you can. There are 3 different antidotes for different types of poisons, and you can drink them, and that's it. You can also use a doctor without any antidotes, but that's optional.
So basically, if you have a wound and you're traveling, or you have a disease, you have to come back and go to the hospital to cure it, yeah?
Yeah. Disease is not going to kill you, so it's not like you have to, turn back and run back home. Injury, especially if it's a serious injury and it causes bleeding and affects your efficiency, probably would be something where you would like to turn back and go home. Now, 3 different accelerating substances exist specifically for injuries, and the same 3 different substances help with accelerating the healing of poisons and diseases. They're all available on different levels of alchemy, and if your doctor has access to them and can apply them, then it helps you treat this problem faster. All of these 3 problems have treatment points. So let's say you've got a poison that has 60 treatment points. The moment you accumulate 60 treatment points, you're cured. So that is a way, for example, to compare the power of different diseases or power of different poisons. Now, injuries could be minor, moderate, and severe. No such difference for poisons
Not
and
a
diseases.
severe poisoning and severe disease,
Multiple instances stack. In case of injuries, 2 small injuries, minor injuries, will become a moderate injury, and 2 moderate will become a severe injury. In the case of poisons and diseases, if you catch the same disease again, the treatment points required to heal it just becomes a bigger value. So it takes you longer to heal if
what
you
is the
keep getting the
cytohemoneuro?
So several types of injuries. We have 4. It's related to the head, the torso, legs, and arms. There's a bunch of different diseases. Right now I've seen 12, and I think this is just the beginning.
Such as swamp fever,
red eater, eye eater,
yeah, and etc. All original.
And red hangman, yeah.
Red hangman, yeah.
There are 3 types of poisons. The definition here is medical. It will change. It's just the definition that we use when we design them. The neuropoison affects your nervous system and your brain. Hemo affects your blood circulation and your heart, and Ceto is a local poison. So, for example, in the game, if you're hit by a poison trap, then the problem is right where you hit. Can you have several injuries at the same time? Yes. And several poisons? Yes. And several diseases? Sure. You can be very, very sick. Can an injury have different effects? Yes, up to 6. So, for example, a severe injury of a head will affect your stats, will affect your efficiency, will cause bleeding, will cause pain, lots of stuff. In terms of poisons, you can have up to 2 effects. So one will be the loss of health points every day, and the second could be the loss of your magic energy, could be the loss of your intelligence or your willpower, whatever. And then for diseases, it's up to 3 effects. We like to keep them simple. So if, let's say if it's Eye Eater, then it's going to affect your vision, it's going to affect your charisma, and probably your mood. I don't know. Can poisons affect the stats? No. Diseases and injuries? Yes. Finally, can injuries cause you loss of health points every day? Yes, through bleeding, and you address it by applying bandages every day. With poison, every poison deducts health points, and you cannot stop this or prevent this from happening. So as long as you have an active poisoning, you keep losing health points. As for diseases, no. Diseases do not really require you to lose any health points every day. So that's the current system, and we reworked that system to be easier to explain, and we got rid of a lot of mechanics that you may find still in the current version, where a poisoning would last 20 days and require some let me do the transition, and would require some alchemic substances. Each of them would work for 5 days, so you need 4 items to solve your poisoning issue, but you cannot consume them at once, so you have to consume 1 and keep 3 at hand, and then you forget about them and send someone on a quest, and then they get sick, and you're like, what the hell? And the same for, let's say, having the antidotes in the Spire and then starting to treat someone, but then someone else comes in, drinks them, and suddenly you're left without any antidote. So our approach in this case is to simplify and to make it easy. The other thing we work right now is the loyalty system. I have nothing to show you.
Tell us more. I haven't heard of the loyalty system.
Where's the game? Like, why is it?
It's there, I think.
Running.
Yeah. Usually. Wait. Oh, maybe I should close this. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Just change the language. Yeah.
Well, how about we play in Japanese?
No, we did that last time. It was difficult. Oh wow, I like this was lady.
Oh, we're not like something is not translated yet, but this is like a 2-week call tag, so we have to
switch the screens to okay, but it's gonna load anyways. No, the other one. No, yes.
Okay.
There you go. We're playing in Japanese.
And we have a problem still with the loading tag there.
Yeah.
It just shows you a symbol. Wrong, and that's it. Okay, so we're working the loyalty system, and the loyalty system is the relationship between the mage and the disciples.
Okay.
In the bad case scenario, disciples will run away.
Oh, did we update? I don't think we updated. Or did we update?
I have no idea.
Bugs.
And in the case of a great loyalty, the disciples will do whatever you want, and they will not really question whether or not they like to do it or not. The loyalty system is something that is connected to the relationships, so to enemies and to friends, and that all sort of is supposed to make your characters more personal.
Okay, I'll try to restart. No, I don't want to update.
We hit the jackpot. Steam would like to update itself. and I think there's no way around it. So the combination of Windows and Steam results in this, that we have to update it.
No, sometimes you can just cancel it, but...
So what's the best thing that you've done in the last months on the game?
I've done many different things.
But the best, the one that you enjoyed the most.
No, I'm happy that now that I've done all the, or at least partially, well, for now, I've done all these sort of small tasks, like everything that is miniature, so creatures for the map or some sort of other tiny things, and now I can just focus on event illustrations. Because event illustrations is more fun to draw than some tiny icon type thing. Everybody knows that I have an allergy for icons. Yeah, for UI.
We've recently updated learning efficiency icons. We're now working on interest and skill level icons, which will change. And it seems unavoidable that we're going to have loyalty icons, showing you the level of loyalty. We decided that we're going to have 3 different poison icons, so you can see the type of poison that you're currently poisoned with. Yeah, let's look
at the character profile first, because
she looks unhappy. He looks unhappy. Well, he looks happy.
He's happy.
Okay.
Okay, so we have... oh. So what did change in the character profile?
I have no clue.
I thought we had new icons for the efficiency levels, or not yet. I guess not yet.
For learning, I know that they're done, but it seems that they're not in the game yet.
Yeah, but they will probably be this week as well.
Well, because, not a good thing.
Because yeah, this update is still the one that even I played at the beginning of the week. So let's send somebody out to explore. And yeah, I think when it comes to visuals, we will have more explanatory, basically, icons and all that, but also hopefully I'll be able to fill out as many event illustrations as possible. So we're not gonna have new like creatures or whatever. We're just gonna try to fill in visually everything that we have right now.
There's going to be more events, yeah, and as we do more events, we find the limitations of some of the systems, and then we change those systems.
Yeah.
So one of the recent things we agreed on is that when you click on a certain biome, you'll see a list of an explored biome, you'll see a list of events that you may expect in that biome, and then this would lead to certain events. Oh. This thing is going to change. Even today we're working on a different way of showing you a skill check. But in this case it was alright.
So basically our whole quest report should change.
It's not as easy.
Oh, but
it's pretty complicated.
You did talk to Earl and they gave you something. See?
Yeah. I got a new inventory item.
I got the clay.
Yep. Alright. Well,
it doesn't happen very often, but if
there's a lot of food resources which we would like to change, as we think there's too many of them, and as the cooked food becomes a part of the alchemy as opposed to a mainstream thing, we'll see if you're in fear of them. I'm the guy who lobbies that change. Everyone else is like, yeah, we'll see. So I kind of pushed this idea until it happens, and then we'll get rid of all this. Why is she... Oh, she's not here yet. Like, why is she so bad? Let's see. Alright. Get some meat, get some clay. Well, nothing, you know.
You need to send them further away.
Because
you're sending them
look at her.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
She doesn't have a sleeping bag, probably. So she's like... super... See? She's
okay, she's back to normal.
Yeah. Oh, but she discovered a magic node.
Not bad, not bad.
Good for her.
You can see that there's a significantly more visuals now in the game. Still, I'm not a big fan of this 3-line, hyphenation. The same as I think here and here, the size of the text is a bit different, and this is hard to read, like especially this. So we definitely
It's
have.
bits and bobs we need to fix.
We need to fix certain things for sure in different languages. Well, at least now we have this.
Yeah.
Not much here.
What are the plans for next? Oh, next week is gonna be like a holiday week, so we won't have.
No one can do it. Okay.
Yeah. We won't have a stream, but
we will have a stream next week.
Oh yeah, with other guys. Yeah, but I personally will continue working on events. And the guys will tell you what they're gonna work on when it comes to mechanics, I suppose, and UI.
Sure. So the whole goal of the stream today was to basically
fill you into what's going on.
We're still alive, 5 weeks into the limited early access. We currently think we'll need another maybe a couple of months, maybe months or two to reach the point where the game is much easier to understand, and we have removed everything which is annoying, and we've added the stuff that we think is the most fun. And when that happens, then we're going to go into the general early access. Definitely this is not happening in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
No.
Or even 4.
No.
Or even 5.
No, you'll just keep on going. On 6, and no, and 7, and no.
Anyway, Merry Christmas and happy coming New Year from the two of us.
Happy all the other holidays that are happening.
Yeah, and we'll see.
time.
We'll see how that goes. I don't think we'll launch in time for the Lunar New Year, for example, this year, which happens on 21st of January.
Yeah.
So we're gonna probably do it later on. Sorry about that, missing this holiday date, but we're gonna be busy working on the game and improving it every week. And as long as that happens, I think you guys can be sure that it gets better and the end result is being adjusted. So we look at the feedback and we look at the way you play and we play and discuss certain stuff, and then
but I can't wait to see it how it looks like at the Lunar New Year. Like it may be different.
I don't know. You can take a 5-week vacation and then come back and
then like, oh, everything's on fire. The studio is on fire. You know.
And the game is significantly better. Or maybe it's the same game, and no one has updated the version.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you in a couple of weeks then.
Yeah, see you. But tune in next Wednesday. The stream is happening only with different people. Ugh.
Okay. Ciao, ciao.